Hi Internet, it's me, Pan42 Tarot, but you can call me Pan. Welcome to this week's reading. This week we are getting some information about twin flames. Now, let me just explain what a twin flame is a little bit, at least from my understanding. A twin flame is somebody who is your mirror, basically. It's somebody who's very like you and somebody who almost feels like they're your carbon copy. Somebody who is like can read your mind almost. Somebody who you feel like you've known for generations. One of the theories about twin flames relates back to one of the Hermetic ideas of creation, which is that originally humanity was both genders when we were first created, and that we eventually got separated into two genders, and your twin flame is the other half of you. That is one explanation. There are lots of explanations about twin flames. A lot of them do tend towards romantic, but that is not the exclusive, what you see exclusively. Like, there are lots of twin flames that are just very deep, close friends. There are siblings who are twin flames. There are mothers and children, fathers and children. Like, it's more of a mirroring relationship, a relationship that teaches you a lot about yourself because you see your own actions reflected back at you. So this relationship, sometimes they're very difficult, sometimes they're easy, sometimes you'll meet in this lifetime and sometimes you won't. But twin flames tend to follow each other around throughout however many lifetimes you have or believe in. So yeah, that's kind of a brief explanation about twin flames. Yeah, they don't have to be romantic. So although the cards I'm using this week are very sexy, it does not have to be a sexual relationship in any way. It's more a relationship that teaches you a lot about yourself and how to grow because you can see yourself in somebody else. So yeah, I think that's all I want to say about twin flames. Obviously there's lots more that you could go out and find and talk about that has to do with twin flames, but for today, I think that's a good summary, and we'll get into more detail in each of your readings. So we have 4 groups today. These are the 4 candles that will be the things that pull you in. I also have some art from the new deck that I'm using for this reading that we will pair with each of these. So let's get started on your group selections. So group number 1, you have this orange candle. It's literally looks like an orange. It does smell like an orange too. It's kind of old, so it doesn't smell as much like an orange as it used to, but this is your candle, and this is the art that goes with your candle. You guys have this beautiful drawing here. This is the sun card of the deck that I am going to be using today, which is actually called, I'll say what it's called. It's called the Masquerade Tarot. It is beautiful. Okay, so that's group number 1. Group number 2, you guys have this honeycomb red candle. It literally is a honeycomb just rolled up into a candle. I've had this one for a really long time, and I'm probably going to use it in my Christmas wreath this coming year. So that's your candle, and this is the art that goes with your candle. She is the high priestess of this deck. I really love the art in this, guys. It's super sexy, and yet I can show it all on YouTube because they don't show any privates. So I'm really happy about it. Anyway, group number 3, this is your candle. It is a pine cone. Well, it's a candle, but like it's shaped to look like a pine cone. It actually, funnily enough, does not smell like a pine cone. It smells like honey because it's made out of pure beeswax. It's a really pretty one. And the art that's going to go with your candle is this one. She's really pretty. She is the star card of this deck. I'm going to put her right here. And last but not least, group number 4, you have this plain looking green candle. I don't know where I got this. I think this candle's been around forever, but it still smells like pine, so that's pretty cool. This is your green candle, and the art that goes with your candle is this card. This is the death card in this deck. Okay, so that is all of the groups. I'm going to leave this running for a little bit so you can kind of take a look at your groups again before you pick. So these are your groups, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to be talking about twin flames today, guys. It's going to be kind of fun. I got a lot of weird cards today out of a bunch of different games. So we're going to see how it goes. I think it'll be fun. So I will see you guys all at your readings. I can't wait to get into it. Okay, guys. See you at your readings. Bye. Hi, group number 1s. Welcome to this week's reading. This week, we're doing a spread all about twin flames. And this week, I'm going to shuffle the cards on camera because I didn't at all last week and I kind of missed it. So, this is your candle that you picked out. And this is the card you picked out, which is the sun. He's so bright and pretty. Okay, so right off the bat, this connection is bright and sunny and effervescent, which doesn't tend to be the case with twin flames, to be honest. Twin flames tend to be more difficult just because they challenge you and they try to get you to see parts of yourself that you don't normally see. So today we're going to do a cool little spread. And I'm going to use the Masquerade Tarot. It is a very sexy deck, and I like it a lot. It was a deck that was made to write love stories. So it's a tool for storytelling as well as a tarot deck, which is cool. I really like those kinds of decks. They have a lot of personality. So this is going to be your reading. I will explain each of the things as we get to them. I will also be using some cards from 2 different board games. One is Top Trumps, and the other is, I think it's called Chai. It's a tea making game. So 1, 2... 3. Ooh, both of those came out for 3, so we'll keep it there. 3, 4, and 5. So I will explain as we flip things over. But the reason I am using these Lord of the Rings cards as well as the Chai cards is because this reading, we have two different energies going on. So there's your energy and your twin flames energy. And I'm just using these character cards to try and get the archetypes, the personality types that you and your twin flame exhibit. And these character cards are very helpful with that. So I thought we'd get a couple of different views on archetypes so that we could really hone in the energies of you and your twin flame. So we have two cards, one for our group member ones and one for their twin flamies. I know you're a board game. You don't normally do this, but that is them. This one and this one. Okay, so I want these over here. This guy I want to stay here. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I'm going to, the spread that I'm using uses your energy and their energy, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer to them as person A and person B in case you relate to one side over the other personally. So let's look at what person A's energy is. This is your their archetype. This is person A's archetypal energy, and we have 3 cards here, so we're going to look at all of them. So the first we have is the 6 of Pentacles. Let's see if I can get the glare. There we go. 6 of Pentacles. We also have Gimli from Lord of the Rings. And we have this cute picture of a girl in a mirror. It looks like she is meditating or doing her makeup for something. So we have these 3 energies for person A. And now we're going to look at the energies for person B. We have the Queen of Swords. Ooh. We also have dwarves. Oh, that's awesome. And we have a woman playing piano. Love this. So, what am I seeing for your archetypal energies? So the 2 people here do seem to have very similar energies, which is, you know, kind of expected from twin flames, but we're gonna get into it a little. So person A, let's describe person A first. Person A is a generous person. They really believe in giving to other people, but they're also an abundant human. They do give from their abundance. They also do their giving in secret. As we see, this card has a mask on the person that is giving to the poor. This person doesn't like do the good things they do for accolades. This person does it for the betterment of other people, which is really lovely. Person A is also somebody who requires a lot of time alone. There's somebody who recharges all of their energy by relaxing and meditating and really honing in on their own feelings and their own perceptions of the world around them. They might be an introvert. They're likely an introvert, in fact. As we have Gimli here, he he is a rough one, but he is so generous with the people that he cares about. He's actually like the first dwarf to have a friendship with a elf, which is like in the series in Lord of the Rings is like an unheard of thing. So he does have a generous heart despite his gruffness, despite his rough outer exterior that tries to keep people away. He is a kind and generous friend. So that's the energy of group A, of person A. Now person B, this is a much more outspoken individual than person A. This person also requires some time alone to recharge and regain composure and calm after interacting with people. But they are a powerful individual that speaks their mind. They're somebody who is probably boss-like in their nature, but they're also quite reclusive. They're a proud, strong-willed person, but they're somebody who still doesn't like to interact with people. Like it might be part of their job to interact with the people, and they're very good at it, but they're good at it because it is part of their job as opposed to like naturally good at it. There's somebody who's worked really hard to get where they are. The dwarves in Lord of the Rings have a very medieval type brotherhood-like culture of work and skill and pride. So this person is very accomplished in what they have done, and they're very proud of themselves. And it's not the pride is not like false pride. They should be proud of themselves. Their energy is not without merit, is what I want to say. We also have the numbers 9 and 11. 9 for group A and 11 for group B. So I don't know if those numbers are important to anybody, but they're very interesting. So we have a generous, quiet person over here, and we have a quiet, outspoken person over here, who is pretty powerful. Yes, who also, there's like a very big sense of justice with this person. Yeah, a sense of real justice with this person, and both of these people are super hardy and have perhaps gone through a lot, and that is made them strong individuals. Cool. So now let's check out the rest of your cards. So the rest of your cards we have here, this top little group here, this is your shared destiny moving forward. So let's check out these cards. We have, the Fool. And you guys got 2 cards here, and we also have the 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, I love this energy. So your shared destiny moving forward. I'm really seeing the connection here as some kind of maybe teacher-student type relationship. As you see, the 8 of Pentacles is about mastery. It's about hard work and dedication to become the highest performer of what you do. And she really does have a very similar look to this Queen of Swords with the orange hair and her coloring and her mask. So I'm really seeing that there is a relationship of mastery, of one sword sharpening another type energy, of two people who, you know, the teacher learns from the student and the student learns from the teacher. This is somebody who is going to, if you are person A, this is somebody who is going to level you up, bring you to the next stage of your life and career. And for person number B, or letter B, person A is somebody who's going to remind you of why you enjoy what you do in the first place, why you even do it. With the Fool energy here, the Fool does what they want all the time, and they do it with reckless abandon and joy. And I really feel that as group A's energy. And that's a thing that teachers often forget after doing what they do for so long, that they might get complacent or bored with their skill set and just feel like there's nothing more to learn, or there's no joy left in what they do. But this person A is really going to shine a light on why this person B wanted to be a master of their craft in the first place. Now, it doesn't have to be in business. It could be spiritually. It could be romantically. It could be a lot of things. So, yeah. It could be a lot of different scenarios, but those are the examples that are coming to my mind right now. And with the Sun card and the orange, I'm seeing like for the person A person, this relationship really shines a light on what to do next, where to go, what they need to learn next. Whereas for person B, this relationship really brings in a scent, like a new scent and excitement and effervescence for their existence, for their path moving forward. So that's fun and exciting. So the next card we have here, this is number 4. This is your shared past life energy. Because as I said at the beginning, I don't know if you watched the intro, but twin flames can often follow each other around through many lifetimes, because there's a lot to teach ourselves about ourselves. So this is your past life energy with each other, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, let's see if I can get it there. 5 of Pentacles. Now, this is an interesting card to have in this particular position. So, what I'm seeing here in the 5 of Pentacles as your past life energy is perhaps that there hasn't been any past life energy. Perhaps this is a brand new twin flame relationship. Perhaps person A is a newer soul and person B is an older soul, and you're meeting for the first time in this lifetime. And it's a weird experience for an old soul to meet a young soul, because they're just like, whoa, where did you come from? I could also see that in the past, perhaps you've spent a couple lifetimes apart. That could totally be the energy here. Or it could be that in the past relationship, the two of you, last time you found each other, were in a poverty-like situation, and you weren't able to feed this relationship how it was meant to happen, how it was meant to be a teacher relationship. Instead, it was about survival, and this time it's about growth. That's what I'm hearing about this. So the last card we have here is the middle card, and this is your karmic lesson for this incarnation. And the card we have here is the Seven of Swords. Interesting. The Seven of Swords. Okay. So the Seven of Swords is often about betrayal or getting away with something that perhaps was bad or awful. Yeah, so this relationship might turn out to be a difficult one. It might be a karmic relationship where the person B discovers that they didn't have to be as cutthroat as they were to get where they are because they're watching person A do the same path but with less struggle. It could also be that this could also be a relationship where the parties enter into it thinking that they're going to get something out of it, but in like a deceptive kind of way, like haha, I'm going to hang out with this older person or this more successful person and steal all their ideas, type idea. Or perhaps this past energy of poverty, perhaps in a past life, one or the other of you betrayed the other. And this life is about healing that betrayal and finding a way to work together to embetter each other, instead of leaving one out in the cold. I'm going to just pull one more card to see if I can get any clarifiers. Did I get a clarifier for... Oh, wow. That was a lot. So, wow, this was a lot. Wow, what a story. Okay, so we got the Five of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Magician, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Wands. I love this Queen of Wands. She's hot. Okay, so this is a real story here. So what I'm seeing here is that there has been previous conflict between these two energies. Perhaps they've always been fighting against one another, and in this lifetime they need to work together. But this is a story really about conflict being transformed and transmutated into a completely new perspective and coming out with magic on the other side. Like almost every rom-com where the guy enters into it with like, I just need a wife for this second, and then they inevitably fall in love forever. Like that kind of energy where like, or like Parent Trap energy where the two forces, the mother and father in that relationship, were at odds and hated each other, but the twins brought them together, and through some changing of perspective and a little bit of magic, reinstated this beautiful relationship that that ended up in a happy ending. So this is a karmic story of enemies becoming a unified force. So in a way, it really is the story of the sun, how positivity and truth can overcome enmity and can overcome darkness. Yeah. So I don't know if you connected with this, but if you did, like, this might be somebody that at the moment you don't like. This might be somebody that you need to examine your relationship with them and start seeing things trying to see things from their perspective, because there's somebody that could teach you something. So the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to pull some advice from my Heart of Fairy Oracle. Just one last parting advice for this relationship in general, because this oracle is the one I have that speaks about relationships. So, could we get one card for group number 1 about this teacher-student enemy to friends relationship, please? Just any advice you have for them on this journey. Any advice you have for them. Ooh. Wow, that one flew out. Ooh, I love that. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to read this to you from the book, but let me show it to you first. This is card number 25. There we go. Card number 25. Ooh. The Hero. Yes. Card 25, the Hero. Card number 25, the Hero. Strength, courage, unconditional love. The hero is heroism as a feminine force, not how we usually think of the word. We can accept women as heroes, but we bestow male attributes on them to make them fit our idea of what is heroic. Courage to fight, wisdom to do the right thing, whatever it takes, and the drive to continue on against the odds. Now, just for a moment, think of love as a heroic force. Think of the love of a mother for her children. Now think of it on a larger scale. Think of the love for the earth. Think of love that lets us accept differences in people and the beliefs around us. Think of love that is truly unconditional, that is heroism, that is the single thing that truly overcomes obstacles in our world and in fairy. It isn't easy, it isn't always comfortable, and it certainly isn't always fun, but it is heroic. So if you draw this card, be a hero and try practicing unconditional love. Oh, I love that for you guys. Wow. Well, that's great. Okay, so this is all I'm seeing for you guys, group number 1s. Thank you so much for being here today, for listening to this reading. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see all of you guys on the next one. I hope you have a blessed everything. This was Pan. Bye, you guys. Hi, group number 2s. Welcome to this week's reading. This week, we are doing a reading all about twin flames. I'm going to be shuffling cards on camera because I kind of missed doing that last week. And yeah, so twin flames are relationships that really mirror you back to yourself. They're relationships that often feel very intense, very, I don't know how to say this. They're very like, they're often somebody you meet and you're like, I've known you for a really long time. or they're somebody who feels like home, that kind of energy. If you didn't watch my intro, a twin flame, some think that a twin flame is the other half of you, because there's a belief in Hermetic study that humanity, when we were first created, were composed of both genders together in one being. And at one point, the gods decided that we were too complete. Like, there wasn't a reason for us to seek out higher knowledge because we were complete. So they split us apart, making both male and female. So often the twin flame feels like that, feels like the other half of you. So often it does end up in a romantic atmosphere, but it doesn't always have to be. In fact, it doesn't even have to be like a man and a woman. Traditionally, it could be whatever. It could be anything. It's more about the quality of the relationship and how it teaches you things about yourself by reflecting yourself back to you. So, these are the things that drew you in today. This is the art that drew you in. She is the high priestess of the deck I will be using today, which is the Masquerade Tarot. And you picked out this beautiful red honeycomb candle. So those are the two things that brought you into this reading. So these are the two energies we have that brought you in. Now we're going to shuffle some cards. It's going to be really fun. So I have a lot of weird cards that I'm using today, but the first one I'm using is your Masquerade Tarot. So there's going to be two energies. Obviously, one is you and one is your twin flame, but I'm going to be referring them, instead of you and your twin, I'm going to be referring to them as A and B, in case you connect more with one energy over the other. You're not committed to one side of the reading or the other. So, twin flames, could you give us some information about your relationship with my pile number 2s, please? This one definitely. Any more? That one for sure. This, oh, again, 2. Group number 1 also had 2 cards for the 3rd position, so I don't know, maybe you'd want to check out that. There's no rule saying you can't have multiple twin flames. So those are those. Now we're also going to use a couple of game cards, because we're looking for archetypes to kind of define who's who in this relationship. So I'm using a deck of Lord of the Rings top trump cards, as well as some character cards from a game called Chai, which is a tea making game. And they're very cute. This one. Let's come out. So, are you serious? All right, can we just get 2 cards for the energy? Ooh, there we go. Group number 2 and their twin flame, please. This one. Okay. All right, let's take a look at these, okay, guys? All right, here we go. So, this is person number 8. This is their archetypal energy. This is who they are. What is their type? Like, if this was those 16 personality types, that's what this is. Okay. So, we have this card, which is an 11, and it is 2 people on a cruise, looks like. See the ocean in the back here, a little balcony, and they're having cute little cups of tea. And then we have Ooh, Grima Wormtongue. Well, he's creepy, isn't he? If you're not a Lord of the Rings person, don't worry. I am going to translate the energy of that person for you. And we have the Nine of Swords. Oh, wow. Interesting energy. Okay. So what I'm seeing for person A, oh, here, hold on. Let me focus this for you. There you go. So what I'm seeing for person A is this is somebody who needs a vacation. First off, there's somebody who's very in touch with their words and how they speak. There's somebody who is really actually very good at manipulating people, at seeing other people's weaknesses and kind of poking at them. But they're also somebody who has a lot of their own weaknesses. There's somebody who worries a lot, who thinks a lot, who is perhaps plagued by nightmares, somebody who really needs a vacation. There's somebody who can't stop thinking, can't stop being in their head about things. This is why they're really careful with their words, because they're super worried about everybody else's opinion of them. They want to create this perfect picture of themselves as opposed to looking grim. So they have a perfectly curated version of themselves that they don't show to a lot of people, is what I'm seeing with this person A person. So now we're going to move on to person B. And what we have here, we have, oh, let me focus something on the thing. All right. Person, hold on, there's a helicopter. Go away, helicopter. All right. So person B, we have this energy, which is, wow, this is Hercules. Being cute. And this is a number 4 card. Hercules. And then we have Gimli. Wow, this card came out in pile number 1. So I don't know if you guys were drawn to it or anything, but if you were, check that out. Nothing that says you can't have multiple twin flames. So Gimli. And then lastly, we have the Emperor. Ooh. Fascinating. Cool. So, person B's energy is very opposite of person A's energy. This is more of like a mirror, as in like the opposite of you, like your exact match, like they have everything you don't type of energy. This person is confident. This person honestly doesn't think super amounts before they speak. They are much more of a doer than a speaker, than a sayer. They're way more of a doer. They don't work in the background like this person does. No, this person is the star. They have to be the star. They're outspoken. They're strong-willed. They don't bend the knee to anyone. They're a bit proud, a bit full of themselves. The exact opposite energy as person number A. They're a bit full of themselves. A lot of the downfalls of these archetypes of people is that their pride comes before their fall. Or they have to learn to give up their pride to fulfill their destiny type thing. Whereas this person needs to gain some pride, to gain some outspokenness to be able to move forward and pull themselves out of their own mind to exist in the world. Yeah, they're the exact opposite energy of each other, which is super interesting. This person B is also, they're also calculating like person A. They're calculating, but they're calculating in a different way. They're much more concerned with themselves than they are with other people's opinions of themselves, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot more ego over here than in pile A. So these are the two archetypal energies we are dealing with. Now, 3, this position here, this is your shared destiny moving forward. And we're going to look at what cards we have here. This is your shared destiny moving forward. We have the 4 of Swords, as well as the King of Pentacles. Ooh, yes. Shared destiny moving forward. I like this energy. So, the 4 of Swords speaks of rest. It speaks of giving up the fight. It speaks of coming home from war and stopping fighting. It can also talk about self-care and dealing with things that perhaps we've had buried. This particular 4 of Swords is speaking to me about the need to discover what is buried, to do hard work, like psychologically and personally feeling. You know, like going into your past and discovering why you are like this. It speaks to me of a time of introspection, introspection, I think is the word, of reflection internally, to make changes and move forward and grow. It could also speak of a bit of despair, of a need for somebody to hold your hand. But we also have the King of Pentacles here, which is the guy you want there holding your hand. He is the king of steady, wins the race. He is the king of, I earned everything that I have, and I am slow and steady in my healing journey. I think this shared destiny that the two of you have together is because you're such opposite energies. This person is going to help person B through some self work, some self-discovery as to why they always need to be the hero, but also person B is going to help person A discover why they must always be solving problems, why they must always be calculated and careful, and why they're always in their head. Why aren't they doing? Whereas this person needs to know, why are they always doing and not thinking ahead of time? So there's this, together we're going to work on our flaws. Together we're going to find rest and stability by you leaning on me for what you don't have, and me leaning on you for what I don't have, and working together to become two balanced people, as opposed to one end of the scale and the other end of the scale. I hope that makes sense. So this is a real partnership of growth and learning. is really what I'm feeling from this. Growth, learning, self-discovery. This is a partnership of self-discovery. Which is really, what twin flames are kind of for. So, down here we have your shared past life energy. So, as I said in the intro, twin flames tend to follow each other around until they discover all of the things they were meant to teach each other. So this is any past life energy that the two of you have. So we have the moon. Oh, I love this moon card. This moon card is sexy AF. Also, it's pretty and I like it. Sorry, I aggressively love this deck. The moon card, what a perfect card for you guys. Yeah, past life energy is fear, is hidden, fearful energy, but also so much love. Like, this is such a romantic card in this deck. Like, hidden, forbidden love is the past energy that the two of you have together. This hidden, fearful, forbidden love, maybe that's why you're so diametrically opposed to each other, is because, you, in previous lives, came from different clans or different tribes. You have different DNAs in your bones, or maybe, as, the Hermetic study says, maybe you were one at a certain point and were separated, and the separation made the opposite, took all of one thing this way and all of another thing this way. So you guys have the exact opposite traits that together make a whole a whole balanced person. Not that you're not a whole person by yourself. That's not the point of twin flames. The point of twin flames is to become the best version of you, not to complete you. I hope that's clear. So your past life energy is fear. Perhaps group B, they conquered their fear in a past life by being the hero. And group A, they conquered their fear in a past life by being the hidden force that was behind decision making, the sneaky, in the dark person that thought of everything before it happened, that was an orchestrator behind the scenes. And that's how the two of you dealt with past fear. And so in this life you have continued those archetypes, but there's not the need in this lifetime for the fear, for the hidden feelings. Sorry, my incense is just nuts today. But there's no need for the hidden fearfulness in this lifetime. So you've been brought together to kind of heal that fear, to heal the wounds, so that you can be more balanced as people. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself because this is card number 5, and this is your karmic lesson for this current incarnation. And for you guys, we have, the 7 of Cups. Yeah, I love this. So the 7 of Cups energy is often a bit chaotic, because in a traditional tarot deck, the 7 cups have different things in each of the 7 cups, and they're all mysterious things. Some cups have good things in them, and some have scary things in them, and all this stuff. This has some of that energy in here because we see there's a little skeleton here. There's a sprig coming out of this one. There's a triangle up here. There's fire out of this one. But they're all connected to this woman, like they're all in the same energy as this woman, and she is peaceful and thinking and dreaming. So we're really seeing dreams, we're seeing thoughts, we're seeing feelings sprouting from this one individual. And she is clearly at peace with all of these thoughts and feelings. So what is the karmic lesson that the two of you are learning by this relationship together? You are learning to be at peace with who you are. You're learning to be at peace with the differences, with the wildness of how different the two of you are. You're learning to be at peace with yourself and with the relationship that you find yourself in. You're learning to forgo the fear, to set aside the cups that are not serving you, and to embrace the cups that serve this connection and yourselves. Aww. I really love that lesson. Yeah, this is a beautiful relationship that the lesson is to teach each other how to love yourself. Oh, I love it. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to pull one advice card from my Heart of Fairy Oracle deck. This is just to get any last advice the universe or your twin flame have for you about this connection. Any little tricks to help you with this connection. Right? So, could we get one parting message for group number 2s about this twin flame connection that they find themselves in? This one? Yeah, it's definitely that one. Okay, let's see what cards you guys have. Oh, I love it. So we have card number 39, the Fixer. Aww, that's such cute energy. I'm going to read you guys this one out of the book. All right. Card 39, the Fixer. Ooh, interesting. So, we have card 39, the Fixer, whitewashing, self-deception, and best intentions. Bobo, the Fixer, has been fixing things since the time of the Great Plagues in Europe. In Venice, he whitewashed over everything in sight, hoping to keep the plague at bay. Walls, floors, tables, chairs, windows, everything. Sometimes it worked, and sometimes it didn't, but he never stopped doing his job. He is just as busy today, constantly whitewashing things that he thinks would be best left unseen. He believes that mistakes should be covered up, broken things swept under the carpet or hastily thrown away, lies told to smooth over rifts in relationships. He does this with the best of intentions. He just wants to make everything right again. This is like such this moon energy that you guys got. Do you find yourself constantly trying to make things better by covering them up instead of addressing them? Would you like nothing better than a bucket of whitewash to paint over everything that appears to be going wrong? That's what Bobo does. But whitewash has an annoying way of flaking off and revealing what is underneath. Things that are covered up also have an alarming way of surfacing at inconvenient times. Lies once told grow and multiply until no amount of whitewash could cover over them. When Bobo appears, think about how you handle situations that need attention, and try doing more than just covering them up. Facing things can be scary, but sometimes a lick of paint just won't do. Yeah, it's a lifetime of facing the issues and trying to fix them. I love this for you guys. Well, that's all I'm seeing for you, group number 2s. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. And oh, please like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps me out on my channel since it's so new. You guys have been really great. I'm really rooting for this twin flame energy that you both find healing on your journey. I hope you guys have a blessed everything. I will see you next reading. This was Pan. Bye, you guys. Hi, group number 3s. Welcome to this week's reading, all about your twin flames. If you didn't watch my intro, twin flames are connections that we have in our life, relationships that really feel like relationships with ourselves almost, but with another person, obviously. Sometimes these relationships are romantic, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they are totally platonic, or mother and father, or like mother and child, or teacher student, or they could be any number of things, but often they do resemble a male energy and a female energy, not necessarily actually gendered, but that type of energy. But it can really be anything. The idea of a twin flame relationship is it is a relationship that reflects you back to yourself and really shows you who you are and where you need to grow. And they're often very deep connections. There's somebody that feel like you've known them for lifetimes. Yeah. And you don't have to have just one. So, these are the things that brought you in today. First, you have your pine cone candle, which actually smells like honey because it's made with real beeswax. And we also have this art piece, which is from the tarot I will be using today, and this is the Star card. And the tarot I will be using today is the Masquerade Tarot. There's going to be a link down in the description. There's going to be a link down in the description. Don't worry. Okay, so I'm using a bunch of cards today. Ooh, excuse me. I'm using a bunch of cards today because last week I didn't shuffle at all on camera, and this week, oh, okay, I really wanted to. So here we go. So the spread that I am using normally has your energy, their energy, but I'm going to be referring to them as person A energy and person B energy because I don't want you guys to get too caught up on what side of the reading you're on. I want you to connect with whatever energy you connect with, and that be that. All right. So we are using, this is the Masquerade Tarot. And then I'm also going to be using 2 different decks to figure out your archetypal energy of either side. One of them is this Lord of the Rings Top Trumps game because the Lord of the Rings has a lot of archetypes in it. And the other one is a bunch of characters from this game called Chai. Just because it has a lot of different personalities in it. So, this one? Okay. Give me person B's energy, please. That one. And one more time. And then we will get into the reading, I promise. So, twin flames are a hot topic in the tarot community and the astrological and spiritual communities because they're big deal relationships. They really are. And if you're lucky enough to find your twin flame in this lifetime, you will discover they are challenging, but also they teach you a lot. So here we go. Actually, my battery is low. So before we get into this, I'm just going to change some batteries and I will be right back. Hi, I'm back, number threes. Okay, so we have for person A's energy, for person A's archetypal energy, we have, focus, there we go. We have this card, which is a science teacher. Oh, I like that. And his number is 9, in case that means anything to anybody. We also have, ooh, a berserker. Lord of the Rings. This is one of the Uruk-hai warriors. A certain type of Uruk-hai warrior. And then we have, ooh, the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. Wow. So, in person A's energy, I'm really seeing a split here. Not just with these two energies, but also with this one. So the Two of Pentacles is all about choice. It's about choosing one thing or another thing. It often, how do I say this? It often is about balancing two things as opposed to like choosing between them. It's often about the daily grind, like how do I balance work and family at the same time type energy. And it does kind of feel like that. Like you have this aggressive, go get it, go win it type energy next to this patient, happy science teacher energy. Like these are two very opposite ends of the spectrum type energies. We have patience and learning and understanding, and then also like anger and forcefulness and strike while the iron's hot type energy. But we also have the balance card. So I see that this person, despite these very opposite energies within themselves, there's somebody who does keep them in balance. They use their patience and their understanding and their wisdom when needed, and then also they use doing crazy doer energy when also needed. Like they're not gonna scream and yell at some kid who's just trying to learn something, but they're also not gonna take somebody else putting them down when they know they're right. Yeah? It's a balanced energy of power and aggression versus patience and understanding. And yeah. So this person might be somebody who's done a lot of work on themselves. With the energy of, sorry, my incense is just nuts today. But I really felt like we needed incense, so it's happening. So I'm really feeling with also like the things that you picked out to be part of this reading. There's like star energy as well as this pine cone energy. And this pine cone is surprising. Like it doesn't smell like how you'd think it would smell. Like you'd expect this candle to be scented pine, but it smells like honey because it's made out of beeswax, natural beeswax, and it is not unnaturally scented. So, and the star is a card that comes right after the moon card. This it's an energy that is, or wait, does it come after the tower card? I can't remember at the moment, but it's a bright, shining, tempered energy that comes after a storm. So I'm seeing that like this person has been through a lot, and that's where they learned their balance. I hope that makes sense. So, we're going to move on to person B. So, person B's energy. I'm going to move our incense to this side so that it'll blow off camera that way. That's better. Okay, so our person B energy. We have, this Canadian Mountie out in nature. Looks like he's just paddling along. He's not even fishing, but he's enjoying the wildlife around him. And we also have Eomer from Lord of the Rings. Eomer is the younger leader of the Horsemen of the Rohirrim, which, if you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, you have no idea. But he's a young prince type energy, warrior prince. And lastly, we have the Ten of Cups. Ooh, this is happily ever after type energy. So, in this person, we have another very balanced person, but this person has the Canadian Mounted Police, the Mounties. They are very highly trained in what they do. So this is somebody with discipline. Also, to be a horseback riding warrior like Eomer, you also have to have an amazing amount of discipline. So this person B, is somebody, this card is also a 7 card, so I don't know if 7's a good number for you guys, but there you go. So this person is somebody who has learned and dedicated parts of their, large chunks of their life to learning and being a disciplined warrior in some way. This person also balanced working with warriorness. But this person now seems to be on a path of wanting to find their happily ever after, or they emulate that energy. There's somebody who has reconnected with nature. There's somebody who's super connected with nature, to get both Eomer and a Canadian Mountie. Like, this is somebody who deeply connects to nature and finds themselves at home in nature. This person's energy is, it's another balancing act, really, because Eomer is a bit of a hothead. He's known in his realm to be very strong-headed. In fact, when you first meet him, he's been exiled from his kingdom because he had an argument with the king. So this is another energy of both fighting for what is right and speaking up, but also being a disciplined and caring person. So you two mirror each other actually pretty well. While this person might have slightly more aggressive tendencies, this person has slightly more loving tendencies. So you're mirrors of each other, but with like some flavor for the two of you. And like, aggression isn't a bad thing. Like, we need aggressive people to like get things done in the world too. So those are the two energies. Now, card number 3. This is your shared destiny moving forward. So let's find out what it is. We have, the 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. 5 of Pentacles. So I'm seeing a couple different things with this 5 of Pentacles. Your shared destiny moving forward. The two of you may both be on a path to discover what you lack. Like, you have worked so hard for this balance in your life, the two of you, in different ways, in different aspects of your life. But you still feel like there's something lacking, that there's something incomplete, or that there's something you're just not looking at or seeing. This card, the poor person in it is never looking towards the light that is behind them. So they're ignoring or not seeing a bright light that is ahead of them that could bring them towards salvation. This is a really interesting card to have here. In fact, I'm having a bit of trouble, like, figuring it out exactly. So I'm just going to ask for a clarifier here from your twin flame. Could you just give me one clarifier for group number 3 about your shared destiny moving forward? This card, for sure. Oh, it wants both. Okay. So, oh, interesting. So we have the Fool. Yeah, okay. I'm seeing. And the Page of Wands. Okay, so this is very similar energy that they gave us. Awesome. So, okay, so I'm understanding now. So the thing that the two of you are lacking is a loosening of control. The two of you have been so focused on being the person who has balance, who has control, who has the ability to not be swept away by what life is throwing at you, but to remain steady and on a course. And it's always your course. Like, you don't go off course. You're stubborn. Both of these characters are quite stubborn. They're very like, this is the path and that's the only path. I think the two of you are entering into a relationship with each other, and it's going to be a surprise to the two of you. Neither one of you are going to see this coming, and it's going to take away your control. That's what this lack is. It's going to take away your control and give you a desire to leap into something without knowing the outcome, without being able to calculate the ending. Because that's what the Page of Wands and the Fool are. They leap into things without looking. They do. They're doers. They're jumpers. They're brash. They're living life to the fullest and not looking back. And I think this balance, this control, this planned out happily ever after that the two of you have been cultivating for yourself is great. But the universe is like, but the life has more surprises for you that if you let go a little bit are going to be amazing. Okay, so that's your shared destiny. We're gonna move on to your shared past life energy. So I don't know if you watched my intro, but my intro talked about how twin flames often follow each other around through multiple lives. If you believe in that, you don't have to believe in that. But so this is any past life energy that the two of you share. So we have the Devil card. This is a very sexy Devil card. I really enjoy this Devil card a lot. Very S&M bondage type Devil card, which is how I really like to see the Devil card anyway. Okay, so the Devil card, past life issues. This talks about chains, and chains that you have consented to, but perhaps chains that you can't quite see, or you can't feel or understand how to get out of. This is again talking about the need to let go of some control. It feels like in a past life, the two of you were bonded to each other in a way that didn't serve the two of you. Like perhaps it was a bit of a toxic relationship, or perhaps it was an arranged relationship of some kind. You were forced to be friends. Whereas in this life, it feels much more like a surprise meeting that opens your eyes to new things, to new patterns. Because since you two are such mirrors of each other, like you're very similar energies. Since you're such mirrors of each other, you're really going to irk each other. Not always in a bad way, but you're really going to show each other the weaknesses and the strengths that the two of you have, because sometimes we can't see those things unless we see somebody else doing them, and then we're like, oh, I do that thing. Ooh, that's actually really annoying. Or, oh, that's a thing I do. That's actually really amazing. I should love that about myself, and I don't. Like, this relationship is really going to show you yourself, which is the whole point of twin flames. But it's going to open up your mind in a way you haven't been able to open it before, because you've been too controlled. You've been too chained up. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing with that card. And last but not least, we have your karmic lesson for this incarnation. So this is why the two of you are meeting in this lifetime. And we have, oh my gosh, yes, we have the Death card. I love it. This is exactly what I just said. The reason you guys are meeting in this life is so you can change. Your karmic lesson in this life is to let go, to let change happen, to let the old die, to bring in the new, to really examine what needs to go and what needs to stay. This is transformative caterpillar into a butterfly type energy that you are going to be bringing to each other. You're going to be making each other the star by this relationship. It's going to be tough. Because it's not always great, it's not always fun to see yourself reflected back at you. In fact, sometimes it's really not fun and really a challenge. So it's gonna be a challenge. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but it's a necessary challenge for the two of you to advance to the next level, to get past this controlled energy into your star phase, to grow, to seed, to grow. The death of the pine cone creates new life in new trees. So, yeah, change, growth, exponentially. Like, a lot. Cool. I love this for you guys. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to give you one last parting bit of advice from your guides or your twin flame to tell you about this relationship and how to move forward with it, and any advice they have for this relationship. So this is my Heart of Fairy Oracle, and we're just going to get one card about this relationship. So guides or twin flame, would you please give us some advice about this mirroring relationship towards growth and change. That's your card. So here we go. We have, card number 44, the Lady of Faith. The Lady of Faith. She's beautiful. I love it. Okay. I'm going to read you this one out of the book. Card 44, the Lady of Faith. Belief in oneself, brave heart, fortitude. The Lady of Faith keeps and guards the belief in oneself. She is armored against criticism of others and holds firmly to the belief that she is of worth. When you feel the difficulty of trusting your judgment and believing in yourself and what you stand for, ask this lady to be present. She will lend you her armor and her self-faith. Notice that though her head and shoulders are protected, she leaves her heart exposed. To armor the heart is to close oneself off from experience, which is exactly what I think this is saying. Okay. And to armor the heart is to close oneself off from experience, and that is something she does not wish to do. You can be open to opinions, beliefs, and needs of others. You can open your heart to them while donning protective armor to deflect harmful energy and not allowing it to undermine your confidence in yourself. Like the Lady of Faith, you must believe and value yourself while keeping your heart open to the others around you. Oh, I love that for you guys. Yeah, this whole reading has been about learning how to love yourself, so yay! I loved this. Okay, guys, group number 3s, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. If you are looking for a private reading from me, you can find that information down in the description or on my Instagram, which you can also find down in the description. So, I hope you have a blessed everything. Thank you for watching. This was Pan. Bye, guys. Hi, group number 4s. Welcome to this week's reading. This week, we are talking all about twin flames. So, if you didn't watch my intro, twin flames are relationships that really teach us things about ourselves. They're very deep personal connections with somebody who reminds you of you. They're often a male energy and a female energy that complement each other, so a lot of the time they do end up romantic, but not all the time. They're very intense relationships. They often test you in ways that you haven't been tested before and show you things about yourself that perhaps you didn't know or weren't aware of, and really challenge you in those areas. So, the card that, the art that you guys picked was this one, which is the Death card of the Masquerade Tarot, which is the tarot I will be using today. And you picked this green candle, which is a lovely green candle. And it smells like pine still, which is amazing because it's like 1,000,000 years old. Okay. So, those are the 2 things that brought you in today. I'm going to be shuffling on camera today. Yeah, so, in this spread that we're going to do today, there is 2 energies, obviously, since it's your twin flame. One will be you and one will be your twin flame, but I'm not going to refer to it as you and your twin flame. Instead, I'm going to refer to it as person A and person B, because that way, if you feel more drawn to person A, you can relate to that, but if you feel more like you're person B, then you can take the messages that you relate to from person B. So, yeah. I think that's all I want to explain about this reading. I'm going to be using a couple of different game cards to really try and nail down your guys' archetypes. So this deck is the Masquerade Tarot. These cards wanted to come out. Well, that one in particular. Any more? This one wants to come out. And it's split perfectly there. One. Do you want to come out? You do. Okay. All right. So those are your tarot cards. Then I'm also going to pick one of these Trump Lord of the Rings cards to further nail down your guys' archetype energy. I am a huge nerd, so Lord of the Rings is like archetypes that I know very well. So this one wants to come out. This one wants to come out. And the other deck that I'm going to be using are character cards from a game called Chai. It is a tea making game, and just the characters on the cards are very diverse, so it gives me just another window into person A and person B's personalities. So, oh, that one. Two, you want two, okay. And that one. Cool. Okay. So let's get started. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going to start with person A's archetypal energy. And for this one, this is like those personality type quizzes that you can take online. This is what these cards are about. So we have a card number for Alice in Wonderland. And we also have a card number 8. This one's really cute. It's a showering of love. Aww. And then your Lord of the Rings archetype is, the dwarves. Actually, the dwarves came out in pile number 1 too, so if you were drawn to pile number 1, maybe there's something there for you guys. And lastly, we have the 8 of Swords. Oh, sorry, she's supposed to be upside down. The 8 of Swords. Ooh, very shibari, very sexy. Interesting. I like it a lot. So, what I am seeing for person A is I'm seeing somebody who has amazing capacities for love, amazing capacities for imagination, somebody who thinks about the world magically, and who really, somebody who's very childlike in the way that they approach life and approach how they deal with life. But they're also somebody who feels very stuck, very in their way, in a rut. Like, there's somebody who does the same thing all of the time. The dwarves are a culture that is very, let's say right-winged in the way that they, like, don't want anything to change ever. Sorry, that might be a little bit too political, but, their race as a whole likes to do things their way, and that way for centuries, and they do not change. They're very stubborn and set in how they like to do things. It's one of the reasons why they and elves don't get along, because elves like surprises and changing things up and being wild and spontaneous. And dwarves do not like that. They are very earth energy beings. So this person, although they are very childlike in the way that they, actually that is still very childlike. They're very childlike in how they have endless love and endless imagination and wish to play, but they're also somebody who likes routine and familiarity, and this sometimes makes them feel very stuck and bound up, like they have nowhere to go or nowhere to grow, and they can't see the way forward because they feel like they're a bit lost. So that's person A's archetype. Person B, we have this woman painting a toy train. Your Lord of the Rings archetype, person B, we have Shadowfax. Shadowfax is Gandalf the White's horse. He is the king of all horses. He is awesome. And lastly, we have the Devil card. Wow, you guys mirror each other like nobody's business. Yeah, the Devil card is very Eight of Swords energy, just bigger. Yeah, wow, you guys are very big mirrors of each other. So again, there is this. Oh, and this card is number 9, in case numbers are really important to anybody. Wow, what a mirror. So again, we have this feeling of being bound up, of being chained to something, of not being able to see a way out of a situation. But we also still have this playful, childlike energy of really investing in your hobbies and what you like to do and being a very creative individual. I don't know if you can see from where you are, but this woman, she is painting this steam engine red, and not a lot of steam engines are red, so she's going outside of the box while she's still kind of inside the box. She's being very creative with her choices and her expression. And also, Shadowfax, as the horse, he could not be tamed. That is like his narrative. He was the horse that could not be tamed by anybody. He was the prize horse in all of the Rohirrim, which is the horse-based culture in Lord of the Rings. And he's the king of all horses. He could not be tamed. He could not be put down. He could not be ridden by anybody until Gandalf called for him, and then he became Gandalf's steed in the war that was to come, in the great battle for all of Middle-earth. He was Gandalf's steed, and very powerful. Anyway, he's a magical pony. I love him so much. And anyway, so there's this magical thinking, this magical energy, this imagination about you that cannot be tamed, that cannot be harnessed, but at the same time, you feel stuck, you feel harnessed, you feel like there's no escape from maybe a relationship or a job or something that you've agreed to do, but now you feel trapped by. So it's very similar energy to this, to person A. You guys are, very similar. So, all right, we're moving on. This card here is your shared destiny moving forward. So let's take a look. Your shared destiny moving forward is the Emperor card. Oh, I love this for you guys. So the Emperor card is all about taking control of your situation, which is exactly what the two of you feel like you need. This relationship, this mirroring energy of this coming together is going to show you your strengths, and it's also going to show you where you need change. You guys picked the Death card. Like, you want change. You want, nothing changes if nothing changes. You want your life to change, but you have to put in some effort and some discipline and some decisive action into your life to make a change. And it is a choice to come out of this stuck energy to move forward. But this relationship is really going to help you see that you have that power, because you're going to see it in the other person. You're going to look at person B is going to look at person A and be like, that person could accomplish anything. Why aren't they? And person A is going to see person B and say, that person could do anything. They have such an amazing energy and imagination. Why aren't they doing it? And together, you will encourage each other to see that in yourselves, to be able to embody this emperor energy of, I can do anything. I have the control. I have the ability to change my life path to something that I want to see happen. I hope that makes sense for you guys. So the next cards we have here, you guys got 2 here. This is your shared past life energy. If you watched my intro, there was a little bit about how twin flames tend to follow each other around through lifetimes because they teach each other a lot. So there's many lessons to be learned from your twin flame, and you can't learn them all in one lifetime sometimes. So if you don't believe in past lifetimes, this might just be past energy from this life that maybe you two have met before, and this is leftover energy from that. So past life energies, we have the Star card, and we also have the 2 of Pentacles. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so I'm seeing that in the past, whether it was the past of this life or a previous life, in the past there had been some kind of balance with the 2 of you. Whether that was one of you was in charge of the other, or perhaps the 2 of you worked together as a joint partnership to accomplish things together. And that's why you're being brought together again, is that the balance of the 2 of you created this star moment of, I am of being a star. That the 2 of you together create an amazing moment of clarity and beauty and temperance and just star quality. You two were meant to work together in some capacity, whether that's a romantic relationship or a business partnership or something like that. You two have worked together before. And the partnership of the 2 of you, this balanced energy of the 2 of you have set motion 2 stars. Like star-crossed lovers. Like, it's stories that are never forgotten. When the 2 of you work together, you create something that is never forgotten. That is a shining light to the world that really changes the course of history. Whoa. Yeah, because, like, you guys got the Death card. The Death card changes everything. It changes everything to create a new dawn. Woo! That's some powerful past life energy, you guys. Seems like the universe is bringing you guys back together again to do it again, because the world needs some boosting, some of that star energy to get us moving forward, to get us into death and rebirth. Change is coming. So this middle card, this is your karmic lesson for this incarnation. So this is the lesson that the 2 of you in this relationship together will learn. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so, and we have the King of Swords. Woo! Man, he's hot. All of these cards are super hot. King of Swords. This is very similar to that Emperor energy that we had before. So the karmic lesson that you two are going to learn from each other is how to control and understand your own thoughts and be able to guide them in a way that enables you to form your own future. This connection is going to teach you that you have power and that you have choice. This connection is going to teach you the true power of free will, of choice, of determination, of fight, of pushing through and fighting. Because you two would fight for each other, so why won't you fight for yourself? Yeah, this is the karmic lesson that you will learn through this relationship, which is beautiful. I love it. So, the last thing I'm going to do for you guys had a real straightforward reading. So, the last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to shuffle my Heart of Fairy Oracle and give you any advice, the last bit of advice that your guides or even your twin flame, whether you've met them or not, have for you in and about this relationship. So any advice about this relationship in particular? Could we have advice for this relationship? This relationship of breaking bonds that hold us back and moving forward. All right, we have one card for you. Oh, actually, I'm gonna keep this card and then I'm also gonna get another one because I'd like to read you guys something out of the book. So, oh, there we go. All right, so you guys got two cards. The first one is this. This card is a wild card of this deck. It is just an art card. It has no written meaning in the book. So we are going to vamp on this one. And then we also have 13, the Speaker of Truth. The Speaker of Truth. I love it. So I'm going to first read the Speaker of Truth to you out of the book and then vamp on this card a little bit, and that will be your reading. Okay, so card 13, also if you didn't know, 13 is a lucky number. It is the feminine number. So, 13, Speaker of Truth, trust, acceptance, open heart. In fairy, many individuals we meet can be tricky. They will tell you a lie as blithely as they tell you the truth. It is in their nature. This beautiful man is the Speaker of Truth. Like Thomas the Rhyme, he cannot lie. When something needs to be told, when a question needs a truthful answer, he will always speak, going to the heart of the matter and telling you what he has found there. It may not be what you wish to hear, but it will be truthful. He can be trusted when you need someone to trust. When the Speaker of Truth appears, ask him the question you most need a truthful answer to, and be willing to accept that answer. It won't always be easy, but when he turns up, it means that somewhere within you, you are seeking the truth. So open your heart to him as he opens his heart to you, and truly hear what he speaks. And this other card, I'm seeing a lot of mischievous fairies, but also dark, mysterious fairies. So I'm seeing that the two of you are going to encounter a lot of doubters to this relationship. A lot of people who don't speak true, who tell you, who tell you that this relationship is no good, to try and separate the two of you, to keep you under their control and not seeing the truth. So I think the message is really that truth above all is going to help the two of you face what you need to face and enable your relationship to grow past the doubters, past the mischievous ones who just want to see you fail, the ones who want to keep you under their control, to keep you bound by the chains that bind you. This speaker of truth, you will find truth in this relationship, and the two of you will be able to speak the truth to each other in a way you have not been able to speak the truth to others. And because of this, you will be able to see the truth, that you are not truly bound, that you are indeed free, that the choice is yours. Okay, group number 4, that's all I'm seeing for your guys' reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you want a private reading, those details are down in my description, or you can find details on my Instagram. I hope you all have a blessed day or night wherever you are. Just a blessed everything. And that's all I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much, group number 4. This was Pan. See you next video. Bye.